Okay. Hey guys, it's me, Mr. D. Okay. Last example for this assignment is volume of composite figures, right? So composite figures is something that is a little bit new, right? And a composite figure sounds hard. It looks weird, but if you just look at the colors, like this one is colored to make it a little simpler for you guys. So if you look at the green section right here, that's a rectangular prism, right? You look at this pink section right here, that's another rectangular prism. And then all that they've done is taken these and then stuck them together. Okay? So what you're really doing is figuring out the volume of this rectangular prism and then figuring out the volume of this rectangular prism. And then you're just going to add them together. So really, it's like two different volume problems stuck together, and it's just up to you to stay organized, okay? So what I'm going to do is, let me look at my directions, and I told you guys to find the volume of the green rectangular prism first. Okay, so I'll do that, okay? And I'm going to try to stay organized. Oops, hold on one second. I'm going to do this. So I'm going to write green, just to keep all my work organized. All right, so let's look at the length and the width. Okay, so here's the length right here, right? 5 meters. So I'm gonna write 5 right here, and I need to multiply that by the width. Alrighty, now, oh, hold on. Usually the width would be right here, right? Now, remember what I said in example number 2. Sometimes they'll label it weirdly just to confuse you. So if I look at this right here, this is the width, but also this edge right here is also the width, and then down here, boom, that's the width as well, right? So if this is 3 meters, then this is 3 meters, and this is also 3 meters. Okay, so the length is 5 meters right here, and the width is 3 meters. So I'm just going to multiply 5 times 3. That gives me 15. Okay, so last piece of this is I have length times width, and now I need to multiply this times the height. So the height of this green rectangular prism is 10 meters. All right, so I've got 15 times 10. That gives me 150. Okay, so the volume of, I'm going to write green, so I'm going to use initials because I'm running out of space here. Green composite, composite figure. So GCF equals 150 cubic meters. All right, there we go. So next, pink. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this organized. All right, pink. So length times width, first step. Okay, so here's the length. Uh-oh. It's not labeled. But remember what we said before. These are like two rectangular prisms, and if you can look at the drawing right here. See this right here? So the way that they drew it, you can tell that this right here, this length of this edge, is the same as this length right here, which is the same as this, and it's the same as this one right here. So they labeled this right here 5 meters. So that means this right here is also going to be 5 meters. All right. So 5 meters times, I've got the length times the width right here. And now that's not labeled either. So I got to do the same thing that I did earlier. So this and this and this edge are all the same length. So this right here is 2 meters. So that means this will be 2 meters, and this is also 2 meters. Okay, so I've got 5 times 2. 5 times 2 is 10. So I've done the length times the width. Okay, so length times width. And now I just multiply that by the height. And they've made this one easy. So there's 4 meters is the height of this pink rectangular prism. So I've got 10 times 4. That gives me 40. So the volume of the pink, oh, you know what? I made a mistake earlier. Oopsie. So it's pink rectangular prism. So the pink rectangular prism, the volume of that is, let's see, is 40 cubic meters. And I made a mistake earlier, right? I wrote GCF, oops. It's actually the green rectangular prism. There we go, that's better. Okay. So now what I do is I know the volume of the green rectangular prism, I know the volume of the pink rectangular prism, and I'm just going to add those together. So I've got 150 cubic meters plus 190 cubic meters. Okay. Let me go ahead and zoom out a little bit. So the volume of the composite figure is, hold on, 150 cubic meters plus 40 cubic meters, and that will give me 190 cubic meters. All right, there we go. Boom. 190 cubic meters, and that is the volume of this entire composite figure. Okay, so don't forget, on the next few examples, look at how it's broken down. Look at the colors, right? So they've made it pretty easy for you. There's usually two different, the composite figure is made of two rectangular prisms and they're colored differently, right? So find the volume of one of the composite figures, find the volume of one of the rectangular prisms, find the volume of the second rectangular prism, and then just add them together. That will give you the volume of the entire composite figure.